At first glance, the Berry paradox seems like a quirky play on words, but it's actually one of the most intriguing paradoxes in the philosophy of language and mathematics. The paradox originates from a definition like this: the smallest positive integer not nameable in under 11 words. This phrase appears perfectly straightforward until you realize it undermines itself. Here's the problem. The phrase, the smallest positive integer not nameable in under 11 words, contains only 10 words. If it truly refers to a specific number, then we have just named that number in fewer than 11 words, contradicting the very definition. If the number is nameable in under 11 words, then it cannot be the smallest number that isn't nameable that way. But if it isn't nameable, how did we just name it? This logical loop was first popularized by the mathematician and philosopher Bertrand Russell, though the name Berry paradox comes from an anecdote about G.G. Berry, a librarian who supposedly pointed out a similar contradiction to Russell. The paradox belongs to a broader category of self-referential or semantic paradoxes, problems that arise not from mathematics itself, but from the way we use language to describe mathematical concepts. The Berry paradox highlights a deep issue. Language is incredibly flexible, but that flexibility can create contradictions when we use it to define limits or boundaries. In mathematics, we rely on precise definitions, but natural language doesn't always follow the same rigid structure. Words can compress meaning into small phrases that carry large amounts of information, and when those phrases refer to themselves, strange inconsistencies emerge. This paradox is related to other famous logical puzzles like the liar paradox, this statement is false, and Richard's paradox, about definable real numbers. All of them demonstrate that when we try to create a complete and consistent system of definitions, self-reference has a way of breaking the rules. The implications go beyond curiosity. In computer science, similar issues arise in programming languages and algorithmic descriptions. A machine might be asked to find the shortest program that does not halt in under X steps, leading to contradictions akin to the Berry paradox. It's also tied to Gödel's incompleteness theorems, which show that certain truths in mathematics cannot be proven within a given formal system. Ultimately, the Berry paradox reminds us that even simple statements can hide deep logical traps. By blending mathematics with the quirks of human language, it forces us to question not just how we define things, but whether some definitions can exist without collapsing in on themselves.